Hey everybody, you're listening to Jack of Couch Co-op. Very exciting news this morning. I got to play Grand Theft Auto online, and after an entire day of waiting for the servers to, I don't know, fix themselves, Rockstar to fix the servers, I don't know how any of that stuff works. All I know is that too many people were trying to play the same game at the same time, which caused all sorts of errors. Anyway, so I couldn't get on and play Grand Theft Auto Online yesterday when it was officially released. But this morning I got to play about 2 hours of it, and I wanted to share that with you guys. I wanted to share my impressions and feelings. So, if you've gotten this far, you're probably on the Couch Co op site where you read the first half of my impressions. The second half is going to be done in this is about an 11-minute video um, where I talk to you about how, what's going on the screen. I tried to edit out a lot of the more boring parts, like me just walking around, and a lot of the spoiler parts, just in case any of you are concerned about the online story, as it were. So what you're seeing right now, if I edited this correctly, and God knows I probably didn't, is me working through the menus and stuff like that to set up the race. Should start in a second. You choose your car. Um, I'm assuming in like an actual online race, you would see a longer list of players in the center there. And whoever's hosting would get to choose some of the options off on the left side. Right now, I'm just going through the entire list of cars. I sped this part up because, frankly, it's not that interesting. You guys don't want to see me compare the stats of the car. Set up my victory pose, which you'll get to see at the end of the race, and then got into it. So, I mean, like I said in the actual Grand Theft Auto review, the driving is very smooth. It's a lot better than past Grand Theft Auto games. Um, they always seem to give those computer players like a boost though at the beginning to make up for the fact that they know you're going to catch up. They know you're going to fly by them, which I did. Spoilers: I end up winning the race, despite a few crashes, like you just saw. Uh, but overall, it's a good way to show you what the online interactions are going to be like, which I appreciate. Because as far as tutorials go, Grand Theft Auto isn't always the most forthcoming with information in their game. They're normally shown in those little black boxes in the top left corner that I'm sure you'll see later on. Um, Nasty crash there. Um, he got ahead for a second. I came back, pulled through. Uh, he might get ahead here again, but it's a pretty easy race. I think if I was playing against other actual players, there would have been no way I would win at this point. Um, Depending on how talented the people you're playing against are. So yeah, I believe the race is about to get finished up. Um, After this, you should be able to see me play through one little robbery mission that they have you do. They sync you up with another player online, and then they teach you how you can share the cut from the job. You'll see all that in a minute. I'll talk about that. But yeah, it does this cool little thing where I'm actually not sure what JP stands for, but obviously the money is for how much money you made, and the reputation points are basically like your online levels. So at this point, I wanted to go into the menus and check out what it looks like, what the interface was going to be like in the menus, and if there were any other players playing with me at this point, which I don't believe there were. Um, they want you to go to this meeting thing, this first little side mission they have set up for you in the online. Or I guess this might be the main mission, and everything else you do is side missions. Whichever way you want to think about it, these are little diversions that you can do, alone or with other players. You get more experience if you're with other players, so I always recommend playing with friends or playing with your crew if you can find one online, or if you'd like to join the couch co-op one. Drop me a line. I'd be more than happy to invite anyone in. Now, at this point, the game started doing some weird things. You saw the jump there because there was a glitch. My character like dropped out of the environment and then dropped back in at like a different place. I had to drive there again, and I know I didn't die because later on. I don't know if I actually included it, but later on, I die, and like it doesn't look like that. I think the server might have lost me or something. I don't know how I don't know how these things work. Um, but yeah. So what you saw there was I went in there. There were a whole bunch of enemies, and then I realized the drug guy who I'm trying to catch is like running out the back alley. I saw that on the minimap, so I was like, I'm not gonna fight all these guys just so I can chase him down that way. I'll just go around. And here's where I ran into a problem. They don't, and it's a problem I didn't run into in single player. I don't have that many bullets. I never ran out of bullets in single player. But in multiplayer, they don't start you off with a whole bunch. And I realized I don't want to waste them all trying to stop this car. So I shoot out the tire. I think I shoot out the front right tire after I shoot out the back left tire. Try and run him off the road. Try and make him crash. I have a hard time with it until obviously the end of the chase where I successfully make him crash into another car. And then drag him out, take the drugs. It's some pretty good stuff. I felt good. I felt very good about it afterwards. Um, but yeah, they don't give you a lot of guns to start with, and I guess that makes sense because you're kind of playing as this character who is just getting started in their criminal career in Los Santos, and you start off getting off of a plane. I doubt you managed to smuggle many drugs, or not many drugs, many guns on the plane. But yeah, without a lot of weapons, this part of the mission's pretty difficult. So here's where I trap him. I get him stuck in there. For some reason, my character wanted to go into the other car. I wanted to get into this one so that I could throw the other dude out. Get out. I don't want to waste any bullets. So I stomp him out. I take the drugs and I drive off to the mission objective. Now they introduce you to a new. I guess he's a new character. You don't meet him in the storyline, although, as I said in the written review in progress, you meet one of the minor characters of the single player. He's the one who initially starts you off on this journey to become, a major criminal. So I didn't want to reveal that, so I skipped this next part. They have you drive to the clothes store. I bought a new jacket, which you may have seen briefly there. And then they just drop you into the world, and you are playing with other players, and that's really exciting. I decided that this guy does not need his motorcycle anymore, so I took it. And then I followed the game's instructions and drove off to a small store where I, meet up with another player and rob this little convenience store. Now, if you've played the single player, you know that there are those convenience stores in the game, but they don't mark them for you. You just kind of have to find them and then hold them up at your own leisure. But in the multiplayer, it seems like that's going to be a pretty good way to make money because you make significantly more than you did in the single player when you rob these stores, and but there's also a lot more risk. Because I in the single player, I'm sure it happens sometimes, but I never had a gun. I'm sorry, I never had a gun pulled on me when I was robbing a convenience store. Now this part, I might cut again. I'm waiting for this other online player to do this with me. So you're gonna see me walk around. You're gonna see me get up on his car. I thought about killing him so that I either A, wouldn't have to wait for him, or B, could take some of his money, because that's a feature of online play. If you want to just kill someone, you can do that. And they drop a portion of their money if they haven't deposited that money into an ATM. Which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm just waiting on this dude. I go and check out the menu, and eventually he gets out of his car and runs into the store. Now, another cool online feature is that as you are robbing these stores, you can yell into the microphone, if you have a microphone attached, to make the clerk, go quicker as he gets the money out of the register. So the more you yell, expletives and threats at him, the faster he will go as he takes money out of the register and you successfully rob the store. You can see the bar in the bottom right corner slowly filling as you keep the gun trained on him. And I never heard, my partner didn't yell at him. I didn't have my microphone in at the time, so I didn't yell at him. But later on, I heard another player yelling into his microphone, um, cursing at the store clerk, just, being pretty mean to him. And I'm assuming that it went faster for him. So I got the money. Now, the person who picks up the money gets all of the money. So this gentleman who helped me out, he gets nothing whatsoever. It's kind of up to the player. It depends on how honorable you want to be, whether or not you want to share that money with this person. Now, we're both being chased by the cops. So, I circle around on the bike. The bike is faster than his car. So I'm able to circle around and meet up with him again. Um, and yeah, you'll see, I'm trying to escape from the cops. So up here we come to a complete stop. And I edited it out, but I totally missed what the game was trying to tell me when it told me how to, get split the cash from the job with the other person. So after I finally figured that out, you go into this menu that you're seeing here, um, go down to inventory, which again I skipped because I didn't see it. And then it's pretty simple from there to split the cash from the last job. You get to choose the percentage you want to give to the other player, which I guess is a good way. If their hope is to allow you to design your own heists online and everything like that, so splitting cash with other players would be an essential part of that. And I guess it's up to the team leader or crew leader how much you want to give them. So that's it. That's just a small preview of what you can do online. Hopefully, this made you want the game even more because honestly, it is a great game. The online seems like it's going to be exceptionally awesome. They're going to let you purchase your own apartment, purchase your own garage where you can keep all your cars in. Uh, Man, it just seems like the number of things they are going to allow you to do should keep everyone entertained for a very, very long time. Now, I'm going to go back and start playing this again because I had a blast. Um, and I hope you join us on PlayStation. I'm playing on PlayStation. My PSN name is Limiting Panda. Um, the crew name is I think it's like the Couch Co-op crew. Honestly, I haven't checked. But again, drop me a line. I will happily invite you in. We're always looking for new people. Um, and that's it. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed.